Boy, boy. What a long day. My horse is grazing. Had plenty of feed. Oh man, what a long day. But yeah, we're building. So this will be the new shelter for the horses. That's 50% of it. I'm doing a 20 by 14. This is 14 across, 10 deep, and then I'll be coming 10 this way, 14 across. But I'm doing a 20 by 14. That side, the first section will be the covered, completely covered, kind of enclosed, except for the two front doors. As you can see right here, these two front doors. It's going to be a complete run in, run out kind of thing. And then I will be taking, I will be closing it up somewhat. So from the center post, I will be coming a foot this way, closing it up, and then a foot this way and closing it up. And then from this end post here, I'll be coming a foot this way to close it up. The horses will have about a 5 foot wide open door space on both sides to go in and out. For that, it's 10 tall in the front, 8 tall in the back, single story, don't need double story at all. Like, that's how I'm not that type of person. I don't need that. I just kind of got some boards up to see where I want to go with it. Now in this section down here where it's opened up kind of right here, I'm going to actually trim this all out, and I'm going to run another board like I did here. And those windows on the side of that thing, like, I need to get that thing out of here and need to start, you know, getting it down and getting it apart. The windows, I went ahead and measured, and those windows fit this section. So I'm going to put one here, and then I probably end up putting one on this end, maybe, or maybe just both of them there, long ways, and that way. During the summertime, when it's really warm out here, I can come in here and I can open those windows, and a nice breeze can come straight through this thing, and kind of keep it cool. Up here at the top, I had to keep it squared, and the only way to keep it squared with that one was really wet, but the only way to keep it squared was by to put this at the top. But thinking about that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and run a few rafters that way, like that, and then this would be the perfect height and space to put my fan in for the horses. So the cool air will be blowing down on them, and taking out the hot air, and you know, it's right center, and it's also large enough for me to put the solar light there too. But like I said, man, like, God's really been looking out for me. I've been working my butt off today, but you know, I have to be back out here Wednesday for my perk test anyway. So I started to get some stuff on here and started to take this apart somewhat, and like I said, God's been looking out for me, because over the next 4 days we're supposed to be staying in mid-30s at nighttime, and you know, 50s and 60s during the daytime all of this week. So you know, it's kind of working out in my favor to get some things done. So I went ahead and you know, got that little back section right there done. The last thing that I will probably do over here, unless I get a really good warm day, is remove the roof. I'm able to take it apart without removing the roof until it absolutely last, specifically because of the way I designed this, and it's allowing me to take my pieces of wood there and come and put them over here and get everything that I need here. You know what, I might put that window up on the top corners. But anyway, this is the new shelter. I'm just talking to myself, but we're standing inside of the north side pasture. You know, and looking at the shelter, all of this manure and stuff this spring, this summer, more so this spring, will be moved over to one of the garden beds that we're going to be developing to try to get some potatoes in up here, and some garlic and stuff. And that way, by the time we move here, that harvest will be ready. It's just so much to do. But anyway, we're going to be moving all of this. Remember, that thing was about 4 to 5 foot tall. I mean, it's all nice and broken down, and I think it's ready to be moved and then planted. We got quite a few trees in here that's going to end up coming down over time. I'm just looking at them and I'm thinking about which ones have to go first, depending on which way they're leaning. Like this tree here, it doesn't necessarily have to go this way, but I'm going to just start trimming it up and knocking down the limbs. That way I can fell it that way. This one's kind of the same deal. Start knocking down the limbs. I'm gonna fell it that way. And then, as I said, we got so many young trees growing up. So this will be a tree that I keep trimmed to a specific height. These trees here, and get those cleaned up. These trees, this group of trees, they're actually going to come down, and this space here is going to be where I reconstruct the hay feed station for the horses. So it's going to go from like that tree to that tree, and there, a big old triangle, and they can feed from all sides, and they'll be up off the ground. And yeah, so that's one project that I'll be getting into soon enough. But yeah, the horses are doing their thing. I'm about to go ahead and give them some hay and then head home for the day. I've been here since 8 a.m. and it's going on 4 o'clock. So I think my body is saying, wrap it up, son. It's time to go. Alrighty. And that'll work right there for me. Get this away. Alright, that'll work here. Close that up. Alright, so what we got going on? So we have the bottom on 3 sides. I'm going with this bottom now compared to the other. And then like here, these gaps will be filled in with pieces of wood like I did here. And then these actual holes itself will be covered up by a face board that'll come out to cover that up. But this is what we're looking at. So this is the front. This is the left side. I went ahead and got the boards up on the top, my wood piece down on the bottom, and then where some windows are going to go, spaced out and waiting. So the windows for here, they're going to be coming out of this structure here. I'm going to be taking this structure completely down, removing all the windows, even the transom, all the windows, even the transom. And we're going to be taking all of this and we're going to be getting rid of this damn thing. So we're going to take as much of it as possible apart and use it for the structure over there. And then the rest of this, we're going to have a trash company come and haul this thing out of here once I get everything I need off of it. But again, here's the left side of the structure. I mean, it's plenty of tall for the horses. Plenty space in there for them to hunker down and get out of the elements. So that's the left side of it. And then I will be taking these shorter pieces here off and getting longer pieces that fit it to finish this out. And we're just going to close this whole back end up. We're going to do the metal down at bottom. This is still going to allow some good air to flow through. I'm not worried about rats or mice inside of this structure because this is simply to house animals out of the weather. That's it. It's not gonna hold feed. There's no animals gonna be fed in there, anything of that sort. So we're gonna have good airflow, and that generates through the back end here, and then around the structure itself. So once again, this is the back end. I didn't trim any of the back end up. I just trimmed that one side that we got done, and this is the other side here. Like I said, I got more than enough wood to complete this project and 2 more buildings if need be. The hay station that was here is completely cleared out now. All of those pieces have been moved up here where it's going to be rebuilt at. I see you. And then this thing here, like I said, over the next few weeks, I'm just going to continue to take it apart, continue to take it apart. And as I'm taking it apart, I'm going to be building this. But like I said, I got plenty of wood on the front, on the top, on the roof, down the back end, on the sides. I have plenty of wood here to 100% complete that, plus have leftovers of the projects. It's still really warm in here, even with that side and this side being open. The breeze actually comes from this back end. Right now we have a cool, nice little breeze coming from the south, but this wall is covering up the south. The horses do hunker down here. They do lay here and sleep. But once I get that completed and the roof off of this, the horses will themselves, with a little bit of coaxing of apples and carrots, move over to the new structure. All of their hay is good. They have plenty of hay. They have plenty of hay to eat on. Collecting water. They have water in here. They have water in both of those troughs. I'm going to be ordering, getting my other troughs up here. They're just sitting at my house right now. I'm going to get those up here and get those full of water too. Completely open this side up. This post, I'm going to cut that next time. And then I'm going to start taking these pieces here off. Start taking them off. And we have, like I said, I have plenty of wood from building this structure to build that structure completely. Even the other 10-foot section that's not done yet. All of this sheet metal here, we're going to take all of this sheet metal and we're going to use it on other projects. This stuff, even though it leaks, this most likely will become the section over the hay feed. It's lightweight, storable, and it could be used. And then all of these roof panels here, even on the top there, that's more than enough to complete that structure over there, and get that taken care of. But yeah, there's that structure from the back, and the horses are, oh shoot, messed the video up. The horses are straight, right buddy? But this structure is being rebuilt over here now, and we got a good jump on it today. Alright, it's Saturday. Whew. So we went Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday, and tomorrow, and then I'll drop this video on YouTube. There are the horses. Man, it's like a swamp back here. But yeah, I have this side done with boards. All the customization, windows and all that stuff. I'll do all that stuff later. I just gotta get it closed in. First 3 rafters up and 3 more. And the first board to come down here. I need another one for this side here, or 2 more sets. But like I said, as I'm taking the other one apart, I'm getting the wood to do what I need to do for this project here. Other than the rafters, I'm buying brand new rafters, and then the rafters from the other structure would be used for other projects. I'm gonna feed before I go, but most of my work is like been on this side, so it's like, as you can see, it's really wet and muddy right here. They didn't help by bringing their heavy tails over here and standing and, and all of that. But it's good to know. Okay, this little section right here, it's really wet, but you know, I've already thought about what I'm going to do as far as bring in gravel, and the gravel will come out to like, you know, it is, I got it. There you go. This is just a bed down if they want to, but this will get them completely out of the elements, the wind, the rain, the snow, all of that. And then the section that'll be right here is just, it'll be like a wind break, but it'll just be a cover out of the rain and things of that sort. So that's what we got going on. All right, yeah, so I hit grinding out, got all my rafters on. Now I'm starting to come across, I can get some roof on this thing before I leave. We got to put those two boards in the back on. But right now I'm putting these, I don't know what none of this stuff is called. I am not a construction person. I am a person who can do things that I set out to put my mind to and my heart into. So I'm able to do things, do my research, and come up with the easiest way to do things. I'm definitely gonna have to jack this side back up against the ground. Freezing, thawing and kind of settled. And I guess I didn't pack it in good enough right there. It's kind of just leaning this way. But do I think the structure's gonna fall? Absolutely not. It's really sturdy. Yeah, let me get back to work. Alrighty, I can't do no more. I'm done. So let me get this out. It should be just about out. Oh boy, what is that? Oh, still the bottom of the box. But adding that biochar back to the soil. It needs it in so many different places. I can't wait to get up here so I can do some controlled burns and really get some life back to the ground, more than what I've already done. But yeah, so here we go. We got the first stage of the new shelter done, or just about done. I would say we're about 75 to 85% there. What's most important for me is to get roofs on and walls up. This week we're supposed to be in the 60s, so I went ahead and blocked it off today. I'll be back up here in a couple days. I put heavy lime, agriculture lime down to start to really just dry this out so I can get a good base. Right now I'm just gonna let it sit like this, and then when I come back I'll rake it in and apply some more, and then do that for a third time. I mean, pretty much how I had to take care of it down there. Remember that whole thing? I'm repeating the process, but here. So I got the roof on the building. 3 of the walls are up. You know, I'll close that up when I make my decision. I think I'm just gonna close it up and then figure out windows and shit later. Excuse my language, figure out windows later. There's more horses. And then we got the back on with the proper 12-inch overhang on the back end. One thing that I'm definitely going to do, is, or not definitely going to do, but thinking about doing is extending it out on the side. I'm just not sure if I'm gonna do this side. That's why I didn't trim them boards up top yet, or the other side. And then turn it on, or this side, and then turn it to like hay, kind of like a hay feed station, on the outside of it. But that'll be totally on the outside of that structure. That's going to be right here. So we got the first part on. I'm tired. I need to fix this bottom, space them out right so I can start putting on the next layer of the bottoms, which is going to extend out that way. And then, just some minor trimming so I can put this back, things of that sort. But I think I did what I needed to do today was get this roof on, because by the end of the week they're calling for more rain. And if I can keep the inside of this thing dry, that's my plan. So my joist rafters, whatever the freak they're called, are up, and then my roof is on. All right, now the building itself, I mean, it's squared, and then I guess I didn't get back to it quick enough. This board started to bend out that way, so did this one, because they were just too wet. And I should have let them dry. Like I said, it's a learning curve, but I'm not worried about that. I'm actually going to use it for my advantage, because if you look up here, it kind of like bows around like this. So I'm going to next week shore up this front really good, really solid. The back is really solid. The sidewalls are really solid. Not worried about it. My building doesn't rock at all, but I want to shore up this front. Like I said, I got to finish the front, got to come out this way some. Same thing on that side. Repeat that over here, and then put some faces on it. But I'm going to shore this up some more, and then I'm going to take the next step of when continually to add in some of that old rustic stuff. So some of those logs over there that I've already cut, I'm just going to have to cut them down to shorter size, because they are taller than these. That is taller than 10 feet. I'm going to say that's like 13, 14 feet. But I'm going to cut them down, and then from here out we would have that old rustic look. So that rustic mixed with modern kind of combination thing that I want. And then before I even I don't know, I just got so much going on, my brain's like tired, so it's time for me to finish packing up, the trunk's still open, and get up out of here. But one of the other things that I'm going to hurry up and do most likely next week, is go ahead and get my hay feed station back up. Yeah, so that'll most likely be my project for next week. But if you come over here, we'll take a look over here real quick. I already got, you know, majority of it ripped down, half of it ripped down, and then I'll be cutting these rear posts out and be using them for other projects. All right, so weird property line, whatever. So these posts are going to cut them out, and then I'll be using these posts for another project. That board up there is going to be used for something else, and then we'll start to take the rest of it off, because I want all of this, because all that water's coming this way, I want all of this moved up that way. So this portion of it here, I'm going to use part of the roof. This roof is way bigger than that one, because it's 20 wide. That's only 12 wide, or no, I'm sorry, this is 24 wide. So I got two roofs that I can use for this one. Just this front end is two roofs I can use to finish that project, but also to build another. I'll need another run-in structure, and that will be up there somewhere. So that'll be the next project. And then like just get son and nephew to come and just clear all my stuff up and out of here. All right, but my horses are doing well. I'm tired. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I just put y'all some fresh Orchard and Timothy in there. Enjoy. Enjoy. You guys are amazing. All right. But yeah, that's the back of the structure. And you know, it's just keep chugging along.